Good afternoon, Your Excellency, and good afternoon, members of the Cabinet. Good afternoon, board members of JAME Foundation. Your Excellency, JAME Foundation is here today under your leadership that you've set this foundation for. We're here with our board members to present to you our revenue we've collected from the Gala Dinner fundraising. So before I go further, I will invite our CEO, Nancy Njai, to take the floor.
Anjubillahi mina seytaani rajim. Bismillahi rahmani rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Your Excellency, Chief Professor Dr. Alhaji Yaya AJJ Jame, founder of JAME Foundation for Peace. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Madam Essetu Njai Sedi, Chairperson of JAME Foundation for Peace, Cabinet Ministers, members of the Board of Directors of JAME Foundation for Peace, the CEO of JAME Foundation Hospital, Director General of JRTS, the Youth Mobilizer, staff of JAME Foundation, and the organizing committee, all protocols duly observed. I want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making this day possible. Your Excellency, we are here this afternoon to hand over you a check of $5 million from the proceeds of the gala dinner.
Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Minister of Women's Affairs, and Chairman of the Board of Directors of JAME Foundation, the Honorable Minister for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Ministers, the Chairman and members of the Fundraising Committee, the CEO and Deputy CEO of the JAME Foundation for Peace, and all the support members for the Fundraising Committee and other supporters, all protocols respectfully observed. I thank the Almighty Allah for this occasion. I also want to thank everyone, be it body corporate or individuals, who have contributed in one way or the other to the success that occasioned this day. But I also want to thank people who have always been contributing, whether they have been requested to do so or not. The Banjul Amsterdam Banjul Challenge, Uncle Adi Saj and others. And for this occasion, I want to thank the main sponsors and also minor sponsors, because it's a combination of the little and the big that makes what it is today. On behalf of the President of the Foundation, that is Her Excellency the First Lady, and on behalf of my family, I want to thank every Gambian and non-Gambian who have been contributing and continue to contribute to the JAME Foundation for Peace. Most of the time people ask me, what peace initiative does your foundation do? Or does your foundation mediate for peace or in conflicts? And they are surprised when I say no. So, but it's a foundation for peace. I said, yes. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. Mm-hmm. And, and this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it do? I said, well, it provides peace for people. And this is at heads of state level, and they cannot understand. So what does it So I tell them, do you know what the definition of peace is? It's not only the absence of conflict, but imagine a family of poor people and they have a sick child and they cannot afford medical treatment for the child. Would that family live in peace? He said, oh yeah, you're right, I didn't see it in that context. I said, imagine a family of 5 who cannot find food to eat. Do they have peace? He said, no. So imagine a family having a brilliant student who wants to learn and cannot go to school, not because he's sick, but because he doesn't have the wherewithal to go to school. He said, oh, now I understand, because he said he saw about Jammeh Foundation and he was looking at in which conflict Jammeh Foundation has contributed to making peace. I wouldn't have been able to do so, quite honestly, without the hundreds of thousands of Gambians and non-Gambians who participate in the fields. The proceeds from the farms are what we use to finance the Jammeh Foundation for Peace. But Yaya Jammeh, as an individual farmer, without the support of the Gambian people and the non-Gambian people as well, there is no way I could have had so many farms that would sustain the Jammeh Foundation for Peace.
Thank you very much, Madam Bass. As the program guide before you, today my task as the chairperson of this occasion is somewhat simple. Today we are gathered here today to launch the First Lady's 2010-2011 Prevention of Mother-to-Child Transmission of HIV/AIDS. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, and also the President of Jammeh Foundation for Peace, Her Excellency, Madam Zainab Jammeh, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Dr. Aissatou Njie Seydi, who is also the Minister of Women's Affairs, health staff present here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols respectfully observed. Today we are gathered to launch the First Lady's Prevention of Mother-to-Child Transmission of HIV/AIDS here. It could recall that the First Ladies of the African region, called the Organization of First Ladies Against AIDS, Gambia chapter of Lagam, has over the years invested not only their time but resources towards combating the scourge posed by HIV/AIDS in our country. Statistics has shown us that the latest 2008 statistics indicated that 33.4 million people are living with HIV/AIDS. 24 22.4, that is 67%, are located in sub-Saharan Africa. Of the 2.7 million new infections in 2008, 1.9, that is 70%, are adults and children in our sub-region. Furthermore, of the 2 million deaths recorded in 2008 related to HIV/AIDS, 1.4 million, that is 70%, is again in our sub-region. In recognition of this magnitude and the burden HIV/AIDS poses in our continent, the First Ladies of Africa took it upon themselves to form this organization. And for that, I think they deserve to be commended for taking not only their role, but also taking the forefront in combating diseases that are ravaging economic growth and development in our respective countries.
Including NGO and private institutions offering antenatal care services in the country. This can be achieved not through individual efforts alone, but through the full participation of family members, especially the men, to complement the efforts being made by the National AIDS Secretariat and indeed OFLAGAM, spearheaded by Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic, Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh. The participation of men is a big challenge because men generally see health service seeking as the sole responsibility of the women. Their participation, especially in the PMTCT services, can go a long way in achieving the desired results of eliminating mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS. In addition, the capacity of communities will be built through sensitization and mobilization of locally available resources to address issues related to HIV/AIDS in general and the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of the disease in particular. It is anticipated that this will surely ensure the program's future sustainability and the successful reduction of the transmission of the virus from mother to child. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as more mothers continue to learn about their HIV status, and with increased access to antiretroviral therapy, HIV transmission is expected to drop considerably. In addition, the availability of more effective combination of antiretroviral drugs and the adherence of mothers to the infant feeding protocols, the Gambia could move faster towards the viral elimination of viral transmission from mother to child of HIV, as is happening in many African countries.
Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh, Your Excellency the Vice President, Minister of Women's Affairs, and Chairperson of the JFP Board of Directors, Ajaratu Esetunjai Sedi, the Minister for Basic Education overseeing the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Madam Fatulamin Faye, and honorable ministers here present, members of the press, all protocols duly observed. I am deeply honored and privileged to give the vote of thanks on this occasion, marking the national commemoration of the attainment of 70,000 pregnant women tested using the PMTCT program. I want to take this opportunity to thank the First Lady, Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh, for spearheading the PMCT campaign in attaining over 70,000 pregnant women having undergone the achievement we are here celebrating today. We are truly appreciative and gratified for the First Lady's benevolence in sponsoring this entire commemoration. This aspiration, Her Excellency's concern aspirations for HIV and AIDS is for all Gambians
to be free from AIDS. We are sincerely honored and privileged to have JFP Hospital chosen as the commemoration grounds for this great national achievement. It is equally behold on us as Gambians and as people to generously register our gratitude to His Excellency the President, Chief Professor Yaya AJ Jammeh, who is the founder and chief patron of JFP, and the entire Force family for their grave concern and unflinching and collective support against HIV and AIDS pandemic.
Honorable Speaker and members of the National Assembly, Secretary General and Head of Civil Service, Honorable Minister of Health and Social Welfare and other cabinet ministers here present, representatives of the NGO community and private sector here present, venerable religious leaders, senior government officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Good afternoon to you all. I feel deeply honored and privileged to deliver the launching statement on the occasion of the national campaign to accelerate the provision of services for the prevention of mother-to-child transmission, PMTCT, of HIV infection in the Gambia. Today marks yet another important milestone in our drive towards winning the fight against HIV and AIDS in our national response. I have no doubt that this campaign will further create the ideal opportunity for greater partner involvement and support to the national response to ensure that access to PMTCT services are provided countrywide to protect our newly born babies against HIV infection. Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before going any further, I would like to reiterate the purpose and significance of this event as follows. Firstly, this event is to renew my commitment to and as an advocate remind you all of the 5 interrelated and interdependent projects under my office, namely 1. Operation Save a Baby and Mother. 2. Operation Give Blood, Save Lives. 3. The Vision 2010 on maternal, newborn, and child health. 4. Prevention of breast and cervical cancer in Africa. And 5. The Oflagam. Secondly, to launch the year 2010-2011 strategic activities on PMTCT as part of the Oflagam initiative. Thirdly, to commemorate in collaboration with the National AIDS Secretariat, NAS, and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the attainment of 70,000 pregnant women tested from year 2005 to date under the PMTCT services of the Gambia's decentralized healthcare delivery system. At this juncture, please allow me to join my colleagues, First Ladies in Africa, to thank our spouses for availing us the golden opportunity to contribute our quota towards improving the lives of our fellow women and children. Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Gambia has been categorized by the UNAIDS among countries with generalized low HIV prevalence, with HIV-1 as the predominant virus driving the epidemic. The estimated HIV prevalence rate among pregnant women has dropped from 2.8% in 2006 to 1.4% in 2007. And PMTCT services are provided in 23 facilities and their outreach stations across the country in order to improve both geographical and service access.